here is Mayor Tim Short to kind of tell us a little bit more about some of the things, any burning questions we might have that weren't answered, maybe in the basic info that we gave. So, Mayor Short, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I feel like I just absolutely ran in the door here, just in time for this.
You did look pretty exhausted.
Well, right. Y'all covered it very well. And everything, once again, everything that you said was true.
We try. So we try our best.
That was wonderful. It's been a great day. We, especially as you talked about Kirby, that's going to be a wonderful place to house the police department. So we should close on that, I believe, in a month. It'll take 6 months or so to get the architecture planning, those things done. So Kirby, 112,000 square feet. There's not a load-bearing wall in that building. So we've been through it with the police, with the chief, with the association. They love it. They love the location. They love the space. And so it works. And because when our safety committee ran proposals all this last year, building a brand new fire and police station, we were north of $100 million to get that type of thing done. We hope that this comes in under 30 million, or around there by the time that we're finished. So everybody's happy. The police are happy. We're happy, good stewards with the money, and looking forward to getting this one done.
And was there any other contender building-wise in the city? We know Kirby, you said it kind of worked out perfectly, but were there any other contenders for the police department that you know of?
Not really.
Okay.
They did. They looked at Old High. They looked at a couple others. I'm not sure, but it was more towards looking towards a new build for them. And Kirby fell in our lap, literally, and turned out to be an absolutely perfect place, perfect in its location, right? And also price. So this one worked out well for the city.
That's right, and hopefully the taxpayers will
Yes,
approve.
absolutely.
Yes, that's the goal.
Right.
Now we want to turn to some of the organizations we were just discussing, right? The Helen Farabee Center, Riverbend Nature Center, and the Arts Alliance. They received some funding from the city, which I know they are probably super excited about.
Yes.
We want to know what went into choosing those specific groups. We know that outside agency kind of makes the decision, but what was it about those three specific organizations that, were deemed worthy this time around? And if organizations are watching right now, kind of what qualifications, if any, do they need to meet if they would like to receive the same type of support from the city in the future?
Great question. So they made their presentations. Obviously, it's what they bring to the table that does the most good for the city of Wichita Falls, with Helen Farabee, with the mental health awareness, with the new things that we do for the homeless, and all that we can do to help with mental health here. They lead that initiative all the time. So, and with the arts, they, we love them. They had a great presentation, and those are funded through the hotel and motel tax. So it's really what they bring to the table and the value that they bring to that table and bring to our city for everybody. And that's what puts them over the top this time.
Gotcha.
Now, with the new siren policy, I think some people might be happy about that. They'll know when a tornado's near the city.
We know Michael is happy. Meteorologist Michael Bowling is happy.
I know.
So we know all of the kind of the topics that went into making the decision. So now that the decision's been made, how do you feel about the new policy?
I feel good. I think that it will take a little getting used to for people now that, and I do appreciate Michael coming to council, talking to us about that. You got to be careful what you tell him because he'll tweet it, right?
I know, right? He's a tweeter.
Immediately. So, but this one he can be proud of. He came to council, visited with us about this, and it was just one of those policies that had been set many years ago, and they said, well, why do we do it this way? Well, that's just the way that we always do it. The citizens didn't like it, and there were a lot of good reasons to change it. So now when there's that tornado warning is issued, we'll sound those sirens, and there's 53 of them. So they're all being tested, right now, and I think it's a positive change for everybody. So it'd take a little bit of getting used to, but I think it's a good change for us.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have to use them too often, but
exactly.
But we hope for the best.
I don't know if Michael controls that part or not.
Michael presses the button.
But we're happy. Yeah.
It sends everyone out to get them going.
He has the Twitter button. We don't, yes.
Twitter button. Yes. That is so funny. Now, of course, while we have you here, we got to talk about the data center.
Right. Yes.
Well, so we know that it was supposed to close between mid-October to November 1st. We're still in the beginning of November. We were just wanting to see if you have any updates on that for anybody who is interested.
There's wonderful things in our pipeline, that included. I will have a lot to say when we meet next time.
Awesome.
So with some really good announcements that will probably come out before I get here next time. I can tell you that, you know, we don't want to forget about Amazon, because now they're operating. So, you know, that was a place that, you know, no tax abatements, nothing. We don't pay people in business and industry to move here anymore. Wichita Falls is a pretty attractive prom date now. So with everything that we have going here. So Amazon is open and is operational and will soon be on our tax rolls. So very, very happy about that. Data center things are, you know, give me a couple weeks to be able to formally make some announcements there. Everything is still on track. And we'll have a couple other things that I really wish I could talk to you about. But I hate to tease it for next month.
I know, it's like you can.
I know, I know. Nobody's paying attention,
it's big
right?
news for sure.
Well, there will be some wonderful announcements. It'll come out before I get here next month, but we'll be able to talk about them then.
Well, at least we can all, you know, celebrate overnight shipping for Amazon. At this current moment, we can celebrate the overnight shipping.
Exactly. And Kirby was a big enough deal for us, you know, today.
For
So
sure.
I think that's wonderful that we can, you know, recognize and celebrate that today.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much,
bet.
Mr. Mayor, for joining us, and we'll eagerly await the announcements on the data center for our next meeting.
Of course.